Today we're drinking Twisted Tea Peach.
Delicious.
I like it. This is probably my favorite Twisted Tea, personally. What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode of Customer Commentary. Today I got my brother on.
Codys. AKA Testy the Tester.
Testy the Tester.
If you guys remember me from back in the day.
We're going to go through his work history and then tell stories as we go. Because he said he didn't have many, stories off the top of his head.
I work in restaurants as a dishwasher, but I'm a cook now. So I don't really work with the customers.
Yeah.
But I did work at generic store.
Generic grocery store.
Generic grocery store. So that I have maybe a couple stories with some customers.
Yeah, so let's go down the list. Where did you first work?
Alright, so...
First job.
Shout out my boy Joe Kelly. He got me a job at Frankie J's. And I don't really have that many bad stories there. I know Joe was treated like garbage. I'll back that up. I watched the video. I didn't get treated that bad there. I never talked to any customers there. And I just washed dishes. I worked at Snow's. I got a job there. I worked there for 3 days. The owner of the place was a really bad drug addict. I couldn't get paid. It took me like 2 weeks to get paid off a 3-day thing. When I first started working there, they had this fan. They had this little fan that went directly into, I'm trying to show this camera and that camera. That went directly into the restaurant to just fresh air, coming through. And I guess it was a thing to do. They took a nice big thing of fucking flour. I'm washing dishes. I'm soaking. Gross, nasty. This dude walks to the back of the fan and throws a ball of flour at me. Covered in fucking, oh, it was horrible. And then, because you're wet, it starts to crust up.
Yep.
You're peeling off chunks. Oh, it was so bad. But yeah, that's really the only story from there, too, because I was only there for 3 days. That dude that I worked for, that was a real piece of junk.
So after Snow's, where were you next?
I was still at Francesco's. I was trying to do the 2-job thing.
Oh.
But then I only worked there for 3 shifts, like I said, which, whatever. But then I quit Francesco's because I was like, I don't want to wash fucking dishes anymore. So I went to a generic grocery store. But I didn't do grocery stuff. I worked in the deli. Dylan got me the job. Man guy got me the job.
Oh yeah, man guy.
He actually did my application and everything because I didn't want to do it. And he was like, I'll get you the job. And he did the whole thing for me. Fucking shout out to Dylan. Love you, brother. And I was supposed to work with Joe Kelly because I wanted to work with Joe again, just like at Francesco's because I love him.
Pizza.
He had pizza. I wanted to make pizzas with him. So then I got put into the deli because it was the only place open. And I was like, well, it's better than washing dishes. I'll learn how to deal with customers, which I'm not good with. I swear a lot. You can tell in these videos. And so there was the main lady that sticks out as a customer. If you, for some reason, are watching this, you old bitch, I don't like you. I don't like you at all. You were horrible. So this bitch would come up every 3 or 4 days. And it was this old woman, sweet old lady, you think, right? And you're only supposed to give out 1 or 2 samples. You're in the deli. I got 600 meats and cheeses back here. You feel bad. You give them a couple extra, whatever. This lady would come in every day. Every day. And, after so many times, you remember the orders. Because you see the same people every day. They get the same thing, So, after 2 months of working there, this lady comes in and she's like, I got a turkey last week. But I don't remember what kind it is. I know what turkey I like, but I don't remember what kind it is. And we'd be like, oh, it's golden roasted. I still remember it. Every time. It's the golden roasted. It's the best turkey. Because all the other ones suck. It's the best turkey. I know that. I don't even eat turkey, so I don't know why I remember it. Just probably because this woman. And, she's like, no, it's not that one. Here, let me cut you a piece. You can try it. Tell me if you like it. This happened all the time. Cut her off a piece. Oh, I don't like that one. So then you're going through it. You try 2 other turkeys, and then she goes, I don't think I want turkey. Can I try some ham? And I genuinely don't remember. I don't think she ever bought ham, but she would try 3 different ones. And then she would go, can I actually get that first turkey you showed me? She was horrible. And it happened so often. And I remember trying to tell my manager. My manager was like, just a couple years older than me. Like, you could tell it was his first time being manager and shit. And he was like, just give it to her. Who cares? And I was like, I do! Every time! And then, like, I remember, like, when this woman would come up, me and, this girl, Melissa, love Melissa, she's awesome. We would be like, I'm not taking her. She'd go, I'm not taking her. I'd be like, I'm not taking her. And we would, like, run to the back. And whoever got seen or, like, got yelled at first would have to wait on her. Because it was horrible. It's like, especially when there's a lot of people. You got 45 people waiting for meat and cheese. You got 2 or 3 people working back here. And this one woman wants to try everything every day.
That's awful.
Oh, and then there was this other guy. He was, like, super skinny. And he, like, I don't know what was wrong with him, but he would come up.
Mm-hmm.
And he'd be like, I want it cut as thin as possible. Like, falling apart, but he didn't want it shredded. And shredded is when it, like, falls apart.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know that. Holy shit. So it had to be perfect. And then this guy would get 0.07. Or, like, you know what I mean? Like, barely any. Like, you could tell he was going to get it, walk around the fucking store and eat it, you know? Like,
yeah.
He was not, I don't think he was paying for it.
Probably not.
He would get, like, this super thin shit. And then, like, he wouldn't even get 0.1. You know what I mean? Like, 0.1 is barely a normal slice. So I didn't even work pizza one time, and they called me over to the pizza shop. Like,
I remember this.
Yeah, I was in the deli, and Joe was in pizza, and they were, like, getting slammed. But we were getting slammed in the deli, and we were low on people. But I guess we weren't slammed that bad because Joe, for some reason, was like, he asked his manager, who's also over there slinging pies, Joe, who else can make pizzas? And he goes, Dakota knows how to make pizzas. Dakota's in the deli. Dakota doesn't want to make pizzas. Calls up the deli, ring, ring. Dakota, it's for you. Who's calling for me? You know? Hey, can you come over here and help me make pizza? No? Yeah, just come on over. I was like, fuck it, I'll come over. Now I'm over there stretching pies and shit. And the manager over there is like, oh, I didn't know you knew how to bake pizza. And I was like, I made pizza before I came here. Oh, that shit was stupid too.
Did you have both jobs at the same time? Like Joe did?
Oh, at Francesco's?
Yeah.
No,
Okay.
never. They didn't make me choose.
Wait,
I got a Francesco story. One time,
okay.
This guy comes in, right? Him and fucking Chad. They're sitting on the farthest side, and I come out to the front just to bring dishes, like silverware, something to the front for the waitresses and shit.
Scorpion,
yeah. This motherfucker. Turtle! Turtle! Hey! And I'm like, oh, what the fuck? And like, nobody in this restaurant knew my nickname was fucking Turtle, had no idea. Now people are like looking around. I was like, hey. So this
generic grocery store.
Yeah, this is generic grocery store. And how I quit.
Oh, yeah.
I would love to say get fired, but I walked out, I was like, fuck this, I quit. As I told you from the very get-go of the generic stores, I wanted to work in the food. I didn't want to work in deli.
Yep.
And so, like, I worked there for somewhere between 11 months and 13 months, let's say that. So, the entire time, like, every, like, couple months, I'd be like, hey, is there any openings? Even if it wasn't food, can I do grocery? Can I do produce?
Can I do dairy?
Can I anything, you know?
Food service, meat, anything.
Anything. And I was like, at first they were like, oh, there's nothing, but we're looking. And then eventually, store director. So this fucking dude, he just like starts giving me the cold shoulder. There's nothing. I started growing my hair out. My hair's super long. I started back a couple years ago when I worked there. And he would yell at me about my hair being too long, but I'd put it up like in a little shitty twat knot, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And there was another girl there. There was a girl there, but her hair was the exact same length as mine.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe a little longer. She didn't get yelled at. She'd wear it down. And she'd be like, oh, I'd be like, how come she doesn't have to put her hair up? You know, I'm not trying to be like that dude, but it's like, our hair's the same length, you know? What does it matter? Mine is at least up in a ponytail with a hat over it.
Yep.
Hers is just down with a hat over it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, not to be that dude or anything, but why the fuck am I getting yelled at and she's not?
Yep.
Oh, well, that's a girl, that's a hairstyle, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, yeah, dudes can't have hairstyles? Like, what are you talking about? Yeah, like, it turned into that. And then at this place, you have to wear black pants, white shirt, tie. You gotta look nice. My shirt wasn't white enough. That was something like every other day, Jim would come up to me. and be like, "Cody, that shirt looks dirty. Did you wash it last night?" Of course I watched it last night. It's 10 years old, dude. Like, I wasn't 10 years old, you know, it's a couple years old, but like, I'm not gonna go buy a white shirt for a job I hate anyways.
Yeah.
Like, it's white enough. I have a tie on.
And if you were in food service, you wouldn't have to wear
I wouldn't even have to wear a tie. You know?
Yep.
So what's the matter? This isn't, I'm dressed for the job I want. Not the job I have. And so, eventually gets to the point, this guy's sending me every day, my hair, my fucking shirt, the way I talk, like I'm just getting yelled at for everything. One day, my grandfather came in the store, and I walked up to him, put my arm around him, I was like, "How's it going today, sir?" You know, dicking around. And once I stopped talking to him, he heard me, and he came up to me and went, "You can't be talking to the customers like that." I was like, that was my grandfather. He was like, "It doesn't matter who it is." I see my grandfather like 3 times a year. Like, sorry that I gave him a hug or whatever, you know? Sorry, man. So it gets to the point, there's one day, he's in the back, like we're in the deli, we're all there, and he's like yelling at me for something. He's like, "Come talk to me in the front." So I was like, "Yeah, I'll talk to you after my break." I'm a dick. Take my half-an-hour break, left the store, went and tried to cool off because he was pissing me off and shit. I even called Dad on the phone, and I talked to him and shit about it. And he goes, "You're gonna quit?" I went, "I'm gonna quit." And he was like, "And you're sure that's what you want to do?" I was like, "Fuck this guy, fuck this place, fuck this store." So I walk inside, I walk to the deli, take my apron off, or actually, grab my apron, grab my name tag, left the fucking apron. I just wanted the name tag. And I was like, "You guys, I quit, I'm fucking out." I go walking down, and everybody's like, "Oh shit." I get into Jim's office, and he's like, "So what's the decision?" And I was like, "I quit, I fucking quit." He was like, "You quit?" And I was like, I'm done, man. And he goes, "Can you sign this piece of paper for me?" And in my head, I was like, "Fuck you, I'm not signing no fucking piece of paper." I was ready to fucking punch this dude, but I was just like, Cody, like big letters, like, "Fuck you." And I walked out.
I thought when you originally told me the story, maybe you just forgot.
Maybe.
I thought when you told me the story that he brought you into the office and you were like, "Hey, man, I want to just out of the deli.
Yeah, it was that's what started it.
I just want out of the deli. I want to be somewhere else. I'm sick of this. I want to move." And he fucking looked at you and he's just like,
it's the deli or nowhere. That's what it was. That's right. And I said, "It's nowhere." No.
It's the deli or nowhere.
The deli or nowhere, Dakota. I can't put you anywhere else.
Well, then it's nowhere.
He goes, "We got no openings in any other department, and on top of it, you have a bad work history."
All right.
Wait, where'd I work after?
Generic grocery store.
Yeah, after generic grocery store. I went to Poppy's right after.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I worked there for about a month.
There's another pizza place.
Yeah, another pizza place, slinging pies.
So, anything at Poppy's?
I have one customer thing to say, and it was this kid that I went to school with. But this dude, he came in and like, I didn't recognize him. His hair was longer than mine. Like, it was long. This kid, when I knew him, shaved head. He was super short. Now he was tall, long hair, wearing like all black, like gothed out. And I like noticed his face and I went, "Willie?" And he was like, "Dakota?" And I was like, "What's up, man? How's it going? I haven't seen you in years." He's like, "Well, you know, shit the shit for 5 minutes." And, you know, we start getting orders and calls. So I'm like, "All right, man, good to see you. I'm going to go back to my job." Our kitchen was only 5 feet from the front desk, you know, like if that. So when you're in the kitchen, if you're standing in like the right area, you can see right to the front. So now I'm walking around to go put a side of pizza in the thing, right? I turn around from putting the pizza in, and I can see into the dining area. It's not even a dining area because it's just a place you walk in to pick up pie.
Yeah.
And this kid's just standing there like waiting for me to come talk to him again. So I'm like, I put the pie in or whatever, I make a grinder, do whatever, finish an order, I run back out there, I'm like, "Do you need anything else, man?" He was like, "Oh, no, I was just wondering." And then he just started asking me generic questions. "What have you been up to since high school? Are you driving? You do this? You do that?" You know, like, I was like, "Dude, I gotta get to work."
I'm at work right now.
I'm at work. Like, what does it look like?
I can't shoot this shit for an hour.
Like, I'm not standing behind the register. I'm cooking, man. You know, like, If there was other cooks here for sure, but it was me and one other dude,
Yep.
you know? So my other story at Poppy's. Cool people. They were awesome. I only worked with two other dudes really. It was the owner and then like some dude who's been there for like 15 years. But I already knew how to make pizzas from working at Francesco's. I just had to like get back in the hang of it kind of thing. The owner of the place taught me how to make it how he liked it, right? Or like how he wanted shit done.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm making it like he does it. And then he's like, all right, I gotta go do something else. Steve, hop online with Dakota, start making pies. So, you know, I'm making pies, I'm doing grinders, and everything that I do, Steve is like, that looks like shit, man. Every time. So now I'm working with just Steve. So now I'm like, all right, show me how you want it done. So I'm doing it his way. Next thing I know, the next day or whatever, it's just me and the owner in the place. So I'm doing it Steve's way because I'm like, Steve must do it right. He's been here for 15 years, you know? Maybe I just wasn't picking up correctly. So now I'm watching Nick do it, the owner of the place, and he's doing it totally different. He's doing it how he showed me the first day. So now I'm doing it like how Steve showed me, and he's like, that looks like shit. And it would just keep going back and forth, and I just kept getting it. That looks like shit. And I was like, how do you want, we need to have a group conversation. Because I don't understand, because you told me one thing, you're telling me another. Like, how do you want it done?
That looks like shit.
I was like, I lied to them too. I was like, I'm moving out of the area. I can't work here anymore. Sorry, this is my last day. I never went back. I was like so fed up with it. After a month, I was there for 30 days. And I was like, I just can't do it anymore. So irritating when you know, like, how hard is it to make a pizza or a grinder, you know?
That looks like shit.
Dropping mozzarella sticks and I put them in the basket wrong. That looks like shit. What do you mean?
All right, so we move into your final position.
Anchor House. So I started off, so my buddy Dabiel got me a job.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot.
I was out of a job between Poppy's to this job. 10 months I went without working a real job.
Yep.
Dabiel got me a job there.
Yep.
And like he was like, I know you have cooking experience because he was a cook there. He's like, I know you have cooking experience. I know you don't have a job. Do you wanna try out at Anchor House? We need a dishwasher, and you might eventually move up to a dish or to a cook. Mm-hmm. And I was like, fuck yeah, I need a job. I need a real job, you know, like.
Yep.
So I started working there. I worked with Dan Dabiel.
Yep.
For 3 days, and then he quit.
I remember that.
He didn't tell anybody. He didn't like put his 2 weeks in. He got me the job so that way I could pretty much. He was a cook. He was like he thought of me as his replacement, and I wasn't. He trained me to be a dishwasher.
Yep.
So I didn't understand that.
He got you the job so you could take his job.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. I think he actually got me the job so that way Nate could move up because Nate was the dishwasher.
Yeah.
So then Nate went up to where he was, and then I came in for Nate. But he didn't tell Nate he was quitting. He didn't tell anybody he was quitting. Oh, and then so he got me the job, and then worked together 3 shifts, and then all of a sudden he doesn't come in. It's like a week later, and the only person who knew was the owner of the restaurant. He didn't tell his son, who was the head chef. He didn't tell Nate. He didn't tell me. He only told the owner. So now it's like a week later, and everybody's like, where the hell is Dan? What happened to him? Is he coming back? Is he on vacation? And one day Alex, the owner of the place, overhears the conversation. He goes, he quit. Just like that. He quit. I was like, oh, I didn't know that. Fuck.
He's gone.
He's gone. This happened like a month ago.
Oh, right before the quarantine?
Yeah, like right before the quarantine. So I cook now. Just got off cooking. The only person in the back of their house was the dishwasher finishing up stuff. And the bartender, I go out to the bar. Hey, can I grab a beer? She goes, Dakota, is this guy your brother? Not him. But like there was a guy sitting at the bar. And he was so ugly. He had the dirty, nasty Joe Exotic mullet. Like this big beard. Like he was an ugly motherfucker. I was mad. Because he was ugly. And like, I'm not the prettiest dude, but I'm fucking not that. And fucking, they're like, everybody's like talking like, that's your brother. So I was like, no, I never met him before. We start talking shit, just horse shitting back and forth. And then eventually, when I go to leave, I was like, all right, man, see you at home. Shake his hand and leave. I walk through the back to the kitchen. The bartender comes to the fucking back, and she goes, that guy's really your brother? I was like, no, I don't fucking know him through a hole in the wall. I've never met him before. That's the shit you say, you know? Like, everybody thinks you look like him. And me and him, we must have talked for like 10 minutes. Like,
all right.
It probably
See you at home.
See you at home, man. See you there, buddy.
Thank you guys so much for watching this episode of Customer Commentary. This has been Dakota.
Heeb.
Testy the Tester. Well, yeah, thank you guys for watching. Remember to like the video, comment the video, share the video with your friends, comment down below. Subscribe to the channel. Make sure you ding the bell so you get notifications every time I upload new videos every Wednesday and Friday.
And go do some skateboarding.
Well, yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching. See you guys.
Peace out, Girl Scouts.
Foundation.